Welcome back on the AM show. And after all the talk about politics and what has been happening as far as the vetting of ministers designate and indeed the CSSPS and the placement issues, how about we also talk about World Evangelism and Mission 2023? And it comes off in Cape Coast from this Friday. The Be Led for Christ, BLFC, is leading youth to Christ through life-transforming encounters and mission work. Well, joining us for that conversation, Kwabena Asenso Ochre. He's a pastor. Kwabena, a very good morning to you. Thank you for joining us on the AM show.
Good morning, and thank you very much for having me, Benjamin. I appreciate it.
Tell us a bit about this project. When was it initiated? How did all of this start?
Absolutely. Thank you very much. So it was about 2018. I was in Ghana, and I had a trip to Ghana, a mission trip. And I was looking, God had sent me on an assignment to start something. And on my trip, I encountered some street children. And this is where it was birthed in 2018. Obviously, COVID hit, and there were some challenges. And so Be Led was a flagship program at the time, LED standing for Learning, Evangelism, and Discipleship. And out of that, through a lot of prayer and then just waiting on the Lord, it came to this point where we established as a nonprofit NGO in the United States, Atlanta, Georgia, to be specific. Be Led for Christ is as you mentioned, the World Evangelism and Missions movement that looks to reach the youth, next generation. We integrate faith with learning, with leadership, with innovation, and with sports. And so, yes, you're right. It's going to be an exciting time in Cape Coast, and we can't wait. Looking forward to that.
You've given us what I would call a teaser, but what is your mission? What is your vision? What are you aspiring to in the here and now? And what eventually do you want this to expand into?
Yes, very good question. Thank you for that. So our mission is essentially to transform lives. We believe that through Christ and encountering Christ, the youth at this tender age have an opportunity to integrate their learning with everything else that they are encountering. As emerging leaders, these are the ones who are tomorrow's leaders. And so we want to encounter them. We want to have them come into the full purpose and the understanding of who they are. So the identity is key to us in terms of our mission and being able to bring the awareness of Christ to them. Our whole concept and our goal is to be able to partner. We are connected. We see ourselves as a bridge. We connect with local ministries, organizations. And through our partnerships, we're able to help these youth, help these young adults in that space to be able to achieve the success that they need to achieve and reach the limits that God has ordained for them. So essentially fulfilling their purpose, transforming their lives, and then exceeding the expectations that are set for them.
Do tell us a bit more about the upcoming program and what you mean to deliver. What can we expect?
Yes, absolutely. So it's going to be a 3-day event. It actually starts and kicks off this Friday in Cape Coast. Holy Child School has gracefully accepted to host us. We have about 10 different schools gathering here. Essentially, we're going to be having sports, basketball primarily. Time factor, so we couldn't incorporate too much of that. But basketball is going to be the focus point in the morning. There's going to be exhibition games, friendly scrimmages, so to speak, between the schools in the afternoon. So this starts around 9 o'clock. Give or take till about 12 or 1, then we'll be transitioning. And throughout this whole time, evangelism will be going on. We have counselors, we have patrons. It's going to be a very effective occasion for us to just bring the gospel to these students. In the afternoon is where we move into our crusade. It's going to be an awesome time in God's presence. We have minstrels who are going to be ministering. We have prayer partners and all kinds of things. So essentially, through the program, we're going to expect that it's going to be an integration of faith with leadership, with learning, with innovation and sports. And out of it, we hope that this is something that will be a blessing and impact these folks for the rest of their lives.
At a time such as this, with all the happenings across the world, especially concerning youth and some being gunned down and others getting involved in so many things, the use of drugs, gun violence in our own country, unemployment, underemployment, so many things that are going on, especially affecting the youth. Why do you feel it is important to organize an event such as this, especially with the youth being targeted?
Yeah, I think that with the youth, our belief is that just as it is in the Bible, this generation is very integral into society's development and so on and so forth. So if you can train a youth, if you can get a youth off the streets, if you can get a youth off of drugs, if you can, it builds a security system, so to speak, for the neighborhood. So just imagine a youth who was ministered to, and the potential for them to be able to be somebody in life one day, versus the downside of it, where now they can be a threat to society. This bridges that gap. This allows us to be able to take them off of the streets, off of the threat system, and put them in a position that they can be a blessing. They can be a benefit to society. So this essentially has the faith aspect to it, but we also believe that it does have a lot of constructive, social benefits as well to society. And we're excited about it. We're coming to Ghana. It's a worldwide ministry. We look forward to also being able to partner with other schools and other folks in other countries as well. But charity begins at home, and so Ghana is where it is. I attended St. Augustine's College, and so I'm excited that St. Augustine's College also is participating in these games. So it's going to be exciting. The crusade is going to be amazing. We're trusting the Lord for the presence of God to be there. So it's going to be a good time.
Are there any organizations you're partnering with to execute this, to make this happen?
Yes. There are a number of them. Just to name a few. So we have, for example, Lead Like Jesus. It's an example of an organization that we're partnering with on the leadership side, because we believe that as these souls encounter Christ, the transformation is an ongoing process, and so leadership is key. And so we're partnering with Lead Like Jesus. They have a program called Ignite. We're looking forward to roll that out with them. At the same time, we have other ministries that we're also partnering with on a discipleship front to ensure that there's that spiritual nourishment and growth as well. We also have partners in the United States that we also partner with. There's several other organizations that we're partnering with, but we're getting started, and we're looking forward to also partnering with other organizations locally and abroad. So we welcome them.
Beyond this program you're organizing, what are your next plans? Is this something you're going to continue?
Yes, Benjamin. This is our hope and our goal. This is looking at it as more of a flagship program. It's called Transform Jesus Christ Encounter. So look for it. God willing, yearly we're looking to partner and bring this to the schools, bring this to the youth, the next generation. And again, as it's sustained throughout the year, we hope that we can always come back, because obviously the kids, they're in school for just 3 years. And so with the shifts that they take because of capacity and so on, we look for the seniors to sort of become evangelists so that they can pass sort of these nuggets on to the youth, to the younger generation, the Form 1s, the Form 2s, so that when we come back, we're able to pick up the momentum and then continue to build this revival. So yes, absolutely, we're looking forward to picking this up. We're also looking at Greater Accra. We're also looking at Ashanti region, as well as places where we would want to bring this as well. So looking forward to partnerships with local ministries and leaders. And so we're definitely excited to partner on that.
Before I take your final words, I see you have different categories under the BLFC umbrella: Transform, Missions, and all of that. Tell us a bit about those.
Absolutely. So it's Be Led for Christ, it's a movement. We see it as a movement, and it's under these three wings, as you mentioned. The evangelistic wing, we do have the missions wing, and then we have the transformation wing. So under the evangelistic wing, essentially, it has to do with, being able to bring the gospel to the nations, to the youth, as it were. So preaching Christ and Him crucified and Him resurrected, and the good news about the gospel. Then we have the missions. Our missions, we look at how we can partner with organizations locally, with churches, and so on. And we provide certain support if we can and where we can to orphanages, to widows. We work with youth and juvenile centers. So we do work here locally and do work whenever we come into any territory. We try to find a way to do a little bit of charitable work there. So we've been doing that. Just recently we did that as well, partnering with certain organizations. Transformation, essentially, as mentioned earlier, it has to do specifically with the integration of faith with leadership, where we look to mentor the youth. And so we partner with practitioners, we partner with the enterprise of folks who are in the workforce, entrepreneurs and so on, so they can impart knowledge and wisdom onto the youth. The innovation falls under that as well. Sports, we look for ways that we can build these partnerships for these students to also have an opportunity for scholarships to go into the different schools, different universities, vocationals, and so on and so forth. Discipleship, all of these integrate itself into the transformation. So these are the three wings that we pretty much measure through and look for outcomes and try to gain some results from, with the help of God, obviously.
Obviously. Well, Kwabena, thank you for joining the conversation. Any final words?
Well, I just wanted to say thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for your listenership and your viewership. I appreciate everyone's time. I would like to say that this Friday is going to be an awesome event. So if you are in town, if you have a few moments and you can stop by, even for past students, feel free to stop by. Holy Child will be hosting St. Augustine's College at Isadel and Fantipim, Wesley Girls Agri, all the schools in Cape that you can think of, even the neighboring schools. We've been out there evangelizing, taking tracts out to let people know that this is what is happening in the town this weekend. So this Friday, starting at 9 a.m., we'll be taking off. Saturday, same thing, and then Sunday is our leadership summit, where we bring it all together and call it a wrap. So 3-day session. Be Led for Christ is coming to town. We're excited. We can't wait to see you there. Please help be a part of this, and God bless you. Thank you.
Just before you go, this skipped my mind. Is there any virtual avenue that people can connect with you on? Any virtual platform where people can join this bit on?
Yeah, so I'm on social media. Be Led for Christ is on social media. We're building the base at the moment, and so we're looking to structure things and build the right platforms as well. So at the moment, it's social media, Be Led for Christ. Please follow us there. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, IG, as it were. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on LinkedIn. So we're trying to spread our wings as much as we can to just continue to evangelize through these platforms and these tools, as we know the age that we're in, the technology age. And so that's where we are. We will have short clips. We'll have some media that we'll also share on our website. The website is beledforchrist.org. And so, definitely looking forward to publicizing the word and what the Lord will do with these folks this weekend.
Well, Kwabena, thank you so much for having joined the conversation, and we wish you the very best.
Thank you so much, Benjamin. Have a good one.
Thank you. Kwabena Asenso Ochiri, a pastor, and that drive there coming off in Cape Coast. Well, do stay with us up next on all those issues we've been discussing, from the politics to the school placement system and to all the other conversations we've had. You can share your thoughts with us right here on the AM show. When we return after the break, you know the number to call, 0302 211 691. But before we take that break, are you looking for a job in the world of technology? Are you looking for a platform that equips you to land your dream job in the tech space, then the 2023 edition of the Tech Job Fair is for you. The venue is the Accra International Conference Center. The date, Wednesday, February the 22nd, 2023. The time is 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The theme is leveraging technology to create inclusive and sustainable jobs. Organizers of the event, Institute of ICT Professionals Ghana and AFOS Foundation. Supporters or exhibitors include German Development Corporation under the Invest for Jobs program, Jobberman, Lene Services, MTN, GIZ, AHK, Netherlands Trust Fund, Admin Telecom, among others. I'm sure you'd like to reach us. Call or WhatsApp on 0242 912 027 or 0201 233 215 for more information. The job fair is free and open to all. Stay with us. We'll be right back.